Deep in New Jersey's Pine Barrens, a creature with glowing red eyes and bat-like wings has terrorized locals for centuries. The Jersey Devil. In this episode, we'll dive into the origins, real-life encounters, wild theories, and how this mysterious creature has been featured in movies, books, and pop culture over the years. Join us as we unravel the legend of the Jersey Devil.
What up, and welcome back to the Cracking Cans podcast, the podcast where we talk all things cryptid, all things urban legend, and all things spooky. I'm one half of your host, Mike. I'm over here with Corey. What's going on, Corey?
Well, today we got one of the most famous cryptids, the Jersey Devil, and I wore my Champ shirt today because right now Champ is at the bottom of our list, and unfortunately, I know that this is probably his day to go. So, can we just have a moment of silence here, just for our boy Champ?
We can't do it. It's too early. He could pull out the fourth quarter miracle. He could somehow pass Pigman.
Yeah, you're right.
Just bump up the list, because I feel like that's his only hope. Is if somehow he just bumps up the list,
pulls 4 points out of his butt.
Yay! Kicks a field goal and he at least ties it up. Takes it to overtime. Maybe kicks another field goal there.
Two safeties.
Oh, I don't see that happening. He's way too kind to tackle somebody in the end zone.
Maybe he'll trip and fall.
He could. Yeah, Pigman could. I could see that. He's got hooves and whatnot. But yeah, today we're diving into the Jersey Devil, which is pretty cool. I think we were just kind of talking how it's like it's similar to Mothman.
Yeah, they're really similar.
I think originally when we talked about it, we talked about doing Mothman like episode 2 and then doing Jersey Devil kind of early, but we had to stagger them because they're, in a way, they're almost like the same. They look the same.
Yeah.
I mean, the story's a lot different, I think, there, which we'll get into. But I think we were good to stagger them a little bit because they were pretty similar.
Yeah, I think it's good to spread out the legends, the similar ones.
Yeah.
We don't want the crack house getting sick of
crack.
They're not going to get sick of crack.
Sick of butt crack, Corey.
Yeah, BK, Corey.
Yeah, no, you are not. Quit trying to make it cool. It is what it is. You're the butt crack.
BK Corey.
You are. He doesn't even go by Corey anymore. You are just the butt crack. It's like one of those like horrible morning shows where it's like Mike and the butt crack. You are the crack, man.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. But hey, I want to do this beforehand because I never do it. Make sure you guys are following us on social media. I feel like we always wait to the end of the episode to do it. This is something I wanted to throw in the beginning. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're on some of the other stuff, but they're the main ones there. Cracking Cans, cracking with a K. So make sure you're going on there and following us because we got some cool stuff coming up. December we're working on some cool posts to put up and stuff like that. So
yeah, and making sure you're downloading the cast, and if you like it a lot, 5-star review. If you don't,
just keep scrolling.
Don't give us anything.
Just keep scrolling.
We only want your 5s.
Yeah, we need the 5s.
We don't want your dollar bills. We just want your 5s.
That's right. So before we dive too much into the Jersey Devil, because I know you got like approximately 38 pages over there.
It's a bigger size font though. So
yeah. It's like font 7. It's freaking tiny. There's so many words on there. It's just going to be so long. I'm going to be editing for like 5 days. That's okay. But yeah, what beer we got today?
Today we got, it's kind of funny because the beer I was actually going to do, I ended up not doing because, I had the other beer all prepared, ready to roll. And then I looked in the fridge one day and I saw this beer just sitting there staring at me. And to be honest, perfect beer for this topic. It's called Devil's Chimney.
Chimney with a chi.
With a chi.
With a chi.
And it is from Bald Birds Brewing Company. It's actually a collab with Boom City Brewing Company.
City. Dude, that's an awesome name for a brewery right there. Boom City.
Yeah.
Boom Chakalaka City. Sorry. That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
The Bald Birds Brewing Company's out of Audubon, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you nailed
and,
that. Yeah.
Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. And Boom City's out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Is it really? I never even heard of that one before.
Yeah. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So the beer that we have today, the Devil's Chimney, is an 8.2% New England style double IPA. And something that's pretty, I thought the Bald Birds Brewing Company's story is pretty cool. So I just kind of summarized it. So in the spring of 2017, after facing a series of setbacks, including a denied loan and failed property deals, the team behind the brewery was feeling discouraged, but when they discovered a robin's nest on their front door and watched the eggs hatch, the birds' resilience gave them renewed hope. Shortly after, their luck changed.
They trained the birds to rob banks. All the local banks were just robbed dry, and they didn't need a loan anymore. They could just open whatever brewery they wanted.
Yeah.
And that, friends, is the power of nature. Okay?
Living the American dream.
That's right. One bird at a time.
So after they found watched the, I can't even think now. You got it out.
I already said it all. I pretty much said everything you're going to say.
So basically, the loan was approved. They found the perfect property in Audubon, and as for the name, it was a mix of personal meaning and chance. Joe struggled with male pattern baldness, and Abby has...
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't know how you say that.
Go ahead. Let's hear it. Uh-huh.
Alopecia?
Oh, yeah, you nailed it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. So when a friend suggested bald birds, it felt like a perfect fit, blending the bird theme with their own experiences.
It's funny that they thought it was a perfect fit, not just a huge insult. Because if like somebody came to me, I talked last episode about how I'm going gray, and they were just like, "Hey, Gray Beer Brewing Company." It's like, yeah, up yours, asshole. Like,
yeah,
I know. It's not something I'm super proud of. Like Little Wiener Brewing Company. Like, no, screw you. That's pretty good. I might do that.
Yeah.
Corey, it would be like Itchy Butthole Corey.
Itchy Butthole. Yeah. So again, this beer just matched up perfectly because as we're gonna hear in the Jersey Devil story, it involves a chimney.
Yeah.
And on the beer can, there is a creepy looking chimney looking thing that's in the woods.
Yeah, what is the Devil's Chimney? Did you look that up?
I did not look that up.
Okay,
no.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think it says on here at all. Yeah, I don't know.
I was just wondering, being local, if it was like a hiking destination or.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the can makes it look like. It's
Yeah.
almost just like a random rock formation in the woods.
Yeah.
But cool.
Yep.
So shall we cheers?
Cheers. I got a lot in here.
Did you hear that noise? It wasn't like me just cheersing an empty mug.
You could definitely taste the alcohol in this bad boy.
Yeah, it's just strong.
Yeah.
This one, it is a good beer.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, like, when you go to like smaller breweries, I feel like their IPAs tend to taste the same. I don't know why it is compared to, maybe it's just like brewing on smaller equipment and stuff like that. But this has like a small time brew feel to it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No. You get some good brews at little establishments.
Yeah, Little Caesars. That's where I got some of the best pizza of my life. One time when I was working, we had a snow day at work, so we were just kind of hanging out at the garage, and eventually went off and got a Little Caesars pizza. And the long and the short of it is, as soon as I took that last bite of Little Caesars pizza, I'd use the girls' room because I was not making it to the boys' room. The poop was a-flying. Now, this was during COVID, the big C, so there was like 10 of us at the garage. So I was already pooping in the girls' bathroom most of the time because it's so nice in there.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, right nowadays, you can just go in whatever bathroom you want.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, at this point, there's 10 of us, all guys in the garage. So there were 3 stalls in the girls' room, and there were 3 of us that were secretly using it. So we each had our own toilet in there.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we weren't telling anybody about it. We were locking the door on the way out, and we were just pooping in the girls' room. And it was pink, and it was awesome. And if you didn't know this, you can't flush your tampons because there's a big sign on the door that says that.
Mike tried.
I tried, and then they got yelled at, and one of the other guys had to put that sign up, so it wasn't great.
Yeah.
So yeah, beer's delicious. Kind of ran through that one pretty quick, which I think is good because we got some info.
Yeah, we got a lot of info to go over today.
We got a lot of info. Corey thinks we can do it in one episode.
We're gonna.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. I have a number in my mind when we hit it. I am cutting him off, and we're doing a second episode, whether Corey wants to or not. Because he did this with Black Eyed Children. It's like, oh, yeah, I can get this done.
And we did.
Yeah, hour and like 30 minutes later. That was a long episode.
It was a good one, though.
It was good. It's because of DUG. R.I.P. Man, poor guy. All right, so I'll let you bring us in. Let's head into the Jersey Devil.
All right, so before we get into this, a lot of the information that I gathered was from an article titled The Legend of the Jersey Devil, written by John Sanofsky.
It was off Ranker, so
Not
get
off
ready,
Ranker.
folks.
This guy actually has his own website, www.johnsanofsky.com.
He just has his name as his website.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
dude, we have got to check the domain name for
Yeah.
Butt Crack Corey because we got to get that before somebody else does.
Yeah. So it was like a nine-page article, and
is this guy like just a cryptid enthusiast or just a Jersey Devil guy?
To be honest, I didn't really look around on his website too much, but
yeah, it was weird. There's a lot of horses and stuff on it, so we stayed out of there.
Yeah,
It got awkward.
Yeah. The legend begins.
Legend begins.
Like most legends, there are a variety of origin stories. The one I'm going to go over is the most popular and one that people hear. So it all started sometime in the 1700s when a woman named, and I found a couple different names for this lady, this woman.
And there's only so many names back then, I feel like. So let me give me a guess. All right, let me guess.
It starts with a D.
D. It wasn't Deb though, was it?
Deborah.
Deborah. Okay, that was one of my guesses. I was gonna go Betty too as a good guess.
Yeah, I forget the other one, but Deborah was like the most popular one that I saw.
Deborah. All right,
so Deborah Smith, who immigrated from England.
That's my mother's name. Hold on a second, folks.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch. Are you saying this thing could be my brother? There's like
yeah.
there's a loose chance that this thing could
maybe
be
not brother, but maybe
relation.
like great.
This thing is kin.
Something.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's going to be like in that really, really bad Texas Chainsaw movie. Which one is that?
Like,
Texas 3D, I think.
Yeah.
So like she inherits the house and she goes there, yada yada. She was adopted.
And he's still like living in the basement.
Yeah. And at the end, when it's like they're both gonna die, and she just goes, "Do your thing, cuz." Like I can do that to the Jersey Devil. I can just throw him a chainsaw and just be like, "Do your thing, great, pap." Throw him that chainsaw and let him go to town.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even put that together.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
hell yeah. You are screwed, Corey. You are screwed.
We got to get digging into some Ireland stuff.
Yeah. Good luck with that. What, are you going to throw a potato at me?
4-leaf clover.
Yeah. Woohoo.
All right. So Deborah immigrated from England to marry a man named Mr. Leeds. I'm not sure what his first name is, but the couple settled in what would later become the Pine Barrens, which is a forested area located in southern New Jersey. And then that's where their story would unfold. So fast forward years later, after they established themselves in New Jersey, Deborah Leeds, known as Mother Leeds, now has 12 children. So
she was busy.
Yeah, she was busy.
Hell yeah.
So she now has 12 children when she finds out that she is pregnant with lucky number 13. Feeling a great amount of frustration, it is said that she put a curse on the baby and said something along the lines of, "I hope this child is the devil," or "I hope the devil takes this child away."
So this lady was not totally stable at this point after 12 kids. And I get it. I freaking get it.
I'll go into it later a little bit when we talk about the theory, but I mean, as far as having 12, 13 kids, I mean, this lady had to have been in her, 40s.
Loose as a goose.
Yeah, these babies just popped right out.
They probably, at this point, just slide right out.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have to push.
No.
It's like a slip and slide
She just
coming
sneezes.
out of there.
She just sneezes.
It's like, we got another.
Damn it, there's 11.
Son of a.
God.
I didn't even know I was pregnant this time.
Yeah, I thought I was getting fat. So she was really frustrated, and then she put a curse on the baby. And then on a stormy night in 1735, with her friends gathered around her, Mother Leeds went into labor. When the baby was born, it was said to be a normal labor. You know, the baby was fine, looked, like a normal baby, nothing wrong. And then minutes later, the baby started transforming into a creature with hooves, bat wings, either a goat or a horse head, depending on which version you see, horns, and a forked tail. After the transformation, most stories state that the creature let out a high-pitched scream before attacking the family. And flying up and out of the chimney into the Pine Barrens night sky.
So this thing could fly from birth. This wasn't like it didn't.
I mean, it might have been a little wobbly and stuff, trying to just get its barrens down.
No. Get its barrens. Oh yeah,
in the Pine Barrens. But there are some other variations of the story where the Jersey Devil, after he was born and transformed into like this creature, he attacked the whole family. And with his tail just starts whipping the family.
Hell
and,
yeah!
Rip the midwife to shreds.
And let's be honest. I kind of feel like if you're a mother and you just curse your baby, do you think he's not going to be a little pissy about it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's going to come. He probably killed her favorite son on the way out.
Yeah.
Or whipped him across the face and left him a big mushroom tattoo right on the side of his face. So she always, every time she looked at him, she saw where he touched it.
Yeah.
Right here. On the cheek.
Right on the cheek.
High cheekbones.
Yeah. That's right.
What'd you hit that one?
Yeah. Because they're backwoods. That's how they talk.
Well, it's also Jersey, so they couldn't drive either. I mean, it was they're even buggies though.
Even buggies,
they just ran their horses into each other like a bunch of clods,
bunch of asses.
Yeah.
Then there's the idea that the child's monstrous nature wasn't a result of anything Mrs. Leeds did, but instead was part of some sort of family curse. Though, of course, no one can agree whether it came from her side of the family or her husband's. And as if that weren't complicated enough, there are different numbers thrown around about how many children Mrs. Leeds had. Some say it was 6, others say 8, 10, 12.
I mean, after 6, does it matter?
It's
all the same.
Yeah, I know. That's
At
what I was
that point,
thinking.
it really
too,
is all the same.
And some versions say the baby was deformed right away. Others say it transformed later on. Like I said, most of the stories said it was born normal and then minutes later transformed into this monster. And then how Mrs. Leeds handled the creature varies too. Some say she kicked it out of the house right away, while others claim she locked it away in the attic or the cellar. So, I mean, just like every other story, there's many different variations. But the one we're going to go with is this sumbitch just went ham and attacked the family and flew out of the chimney, because I think that is...
Yeah, so basically the other stories are saying that this thing never flew out of the chimney.
Some are saying the one said it flew, or it didn't fly, but it stormed out the back door of the house, while others are saying that she kept the creature in the attic or in the basement. So
on the story that says it went out the chimney, it never came back. It was gone.
No, I mean, some say that it periodically would come back and she would feed it and stuff, and then it would fly away, but...
Probably like when you feed a squirrel peanuts out of your hand. I feel like that's how it is. She's just out there.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yep.
History out of the way. Let's dive into the history of the Pine Barrens of New Jersey.
So historians have been able to confirm that there was, in fact, a Daniel Leeds who lived and owned land in New Jersey in 1699, and that the family lived in Leeds Point.
Leeds Point. Was this place named after him? Leeds Point? Or is that just his family compound?
I think it's his family compound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just his farm name or whatever.
Yeah. Another family often mentioned in connection with the Jersey Devil legend is the Shrouds. It's said that a man named Samuel Shroud settled in Little Egg Harbor in 1735, living just across the river from the home of the Leeds. The Shroud's name, like the Leeds, appears in many versions of the legend, intertwining their story with the mysterious creature that's said to haunt the Pine Barrens. So, a lot of these names that are being thrown around in these different versions of the story with the Jersey Devil, historians have been able to say that people with these last names were living in the area at this time.
Which is cool, because there's some kind of consistency to the story.
So something.
Yeah. Now, were they able to confirm that Leeds was married or no? I don't know if they kept like marriage certificates.
I think I have it later on, but
Okay.
I think they were able to find that like this mother Leeds did in fact have like many kids.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Yeah, everybody did. I know.
You needed help on the farm.
Yeah, you had a lot of property to take care of.
You're freaking right.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I need to plant more beans next year. It's like, hey, don't worry, honey, I'm working them up now.
Or if you're out cutting down some trees and one accidentally falls over and smacks old Jack,
no big deal. We got Jim right over here
we'll
to
pop
push him
in,
right in,
and we'll push another one out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so easier to replace them.
That's right. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah, look at the Amish.
Amish. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So the Pine Barrens is also called the Pinelands, and it covers approximately 1.1 million acres.
Yeah, when you're driving down through like Atlantic City, like from Philadelphia, you hit like a whole section there where it's just like all kind of pines.
Yeah.
Just kind of flats and stuff like that, like right through the Atlantic City. I think it's the Atlantic City Expressway.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, goes down through there.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a lot of land.
Yeah, it is.
1.1 million acres, which stretches across several counties in New Jersey, and it makes up approximately 22% of the state of New Jersey's land area.
22% of their whole state these Pine Barrens.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And approximately 400,000 people live in the Pinelands area, but there's still a great portion of it that's like state parks, and a good portion of it has also been preserved as part of the New Jersey Pinelands National Reserve. So there is a lot of it that's still protected where people can't, And the reserve was established in 1978 and is one of the largest protected areas of its kind in the United States.
And located in the heart of, I bet you that's where Camp Crystal Lake is in New Jersey.
The asshole of the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry to all of our
sorry
New
people from New Jersey, or as I like to refer to you as Jersey jerk-offs. It's okay.
Yeah.
You are what you are, and you just have to celebrate the good things you have. You had Mike Trout. He's from New Jersey.
You have the TV show, The Jersey Shore.
And The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
And Atlantic City, baby. I love me some Atlantic City. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, you guys are maybe Hoboken. I don't know. No joking.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what you get.
You get what you get. And
it's not
you
much,
don't get good drivers. That's for sure.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah. Jerk-offs.
Where the hell was I recently? The drivers were even worse.
You're probably just mistaken, and you're probably in New Jersey.
Yeah, maybe I was.
You probably just screwed up, and your deaths were actually there.
Yeah, nah.
All right, so we got through the Pine Barrens. Let's dig into. I want to hear about some real sightings.
Some real sightings.
Some real sightings. No more history. No more BS stories. I want to hear the real sightings of this.
The real shit. So since the 1700s, there have been many reported stories of people encountering the Jersey Devil all around the area of the Pine Barrens, which is, again, in southern, southeastern New Jersey.
Yeah, or South Central, maybe.
So in 1819, at the request of President James Monroe, Commodore Stephen Decatur was visiting the Hanover Mill Works to inspect the quality of the cannonballs.
Well, yeah, you got to check the cannonball quantity.
Yeah.
Quality.
Both.
You want it to be round.
You want it to be enough, and you want it to work.
Yeah, heavy and round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big and
big.
heavy.
Big and big.
While he was there, he reported seeing a creature that matched the description of the Jersey Devil. Apparently, he shot a cannonball at the creature.
What? Well, hell, if you're at a cannonball factory, this is like one of those things when in Rome.
Yeah.
When you're at a cannonball factory and you see something that needs a cannonball shot at it, you're going to shoot a cannonball at it. There's nothing else to do. Yeah. You have no. It gave you no other option at that point.
Yeah. So he shot a cannonball at it.
Hell yeah, he did.
Hit the creature. With no effect to the creature.
Dude, I mean, I'm calling BS on the fact that he hit this thing.
That would be
dude,
tough.
there's no way
Like,
these cannonballs are that accurate. Where it's like he hit a flying creature with a freaking cannonball, like throwing a bowling ball at something. There ain't no way.
Yeah,
he just wanted to look good for the president.
And then sometime in 2007 or 2008, someone was doing some housework on the Decatur's like house property. Like when he lived back then, they were doing work on his property.
They found the cannonball.
Where someone found old papers that showed Commodore Stephen Decatur who was in New Jersey at that time testing cannonballs created by Batstow and Hanover, and was evidently during when he was out there testing the cannonballs and shit.
He was just drunk as a skunk, so there's no telling what this guy said is true.
He was accompanied by Dr. James Killian, who was a famous paranormalist and cryptid hunter of the time. Dude,
that's it right there. That's where you stop. Through the course of history, as soon as you hit a story that is like a famous cryptid hunter, a famous paranormal person, like, so he just shot a cannon at a freaking owl. There's not a doubt in my mind. This was just an owl flying past. But this cryptid dude is going to think like if he saw a black bear, that son of a bitch would have been Bigfoot. There's no doubt in my mind. That would have been where his mind went right away. A cryptid, what is he, a cryptid enthusiast or?
Cryptid hunter.
A cryptid hunter. Oh, yeah. There's no way.
You don't need papers for that. You don't need no kind of education.
You can carry whatever you want. Cannons with you.
Cannons. And then stories gathered throughout the area have that these two guys were hunting the creature for several months.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what was he doing? Was he there at the cannonball place to inspect cannonballs? Was he there hunting? But you know what I mean? Like as soon as you hear there's an expert, of course they're gonna see this thing.
Yeah.
Any little like fart in the wind is the Jersey Devil calling their name, you know?
Yeah. So like it didn't really say for sure. Like I don't know if he got this expert after the incident happened.
That would make
sense.
Maybe,
or like I don't know, because it doesn't make sense to me that he just randomly had this expert with him and then started launching cannonballs at the Jersey Devil. Like, I feel like he was there inspecting, like, based off of this story, he was there inspecting the cannonballs and shit and had this incident with the Jersey Devil, and then he's like, oh, I need to call the Ghostbusters for this one. Like, I need some extra help.
Well, it's like anything else. There's money in chaos. You know, as soon as you have something that is just a totally chaotic situation and people are scared and don't know what's going on, there's money to be made there.
Yeah.
The pockets are open and the pockets are deep. And that's when what was it? The hide behind, when we read that Reddit story and that guy's like, I am a cryptid hunter and a cryptid exterminator, I think he was.
It was like something like that.
And it's like he's like, and granted he could have just been spewing shit. It is what it is, but I don't know. You get these people that are the experts, or watch this. Like, how many times have you watched like Ghost Adventures, and these guys like they're just like, listen to this voice we heard, and it's like I listen to it, it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like it is like a chair squeaking, and they're just like it distinctly said, "Eat Zach," and my name's Zach, and that's bad for me, you know. So
it's like. I mean, it's not directly related, but like watching Pawn Stars, it's like, I know a buddy that can deal with this. Like, of course your buddy's going to be on your side. Like,
for sure.
So I'm bringing my buddy in that knows a lot about comics.
Yeah, you know what always bothered me with that show? It's like I have a rare Lou Gehrig rookie card. It's like, what the hell are you bringing it to a pawn shop for, you son of a bitch, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, you are only bringing it so you can get on TV at this point. Because no pawn shop is buying your, like, rare card for what you want for it, you know?
No.
But yeah, as soon as you throw an expert into stuff, that's where stuff starts getting, like, really wonky.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it would make sense maybe if he saw it first, got scared, and then called the expert in. That would make more sense, I think, realistically.
Yeah.
But...
yeah.
So we'll roll with that one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to roll with.
Yeah,
so.
That sounds good.
And then a year later in 1820, the eldest brother of Emperor Napoleon, Joseph Bonaparte wrote that he saw and fired upon a creature who also matched the Jersey Devil's description while he was hunting on his Bordentown estate, which Bordentown is also in New Jersey.
Why was he in New Jersey? He just moved to the U.S.?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And he said that there was no effect to the creature as well when he shot it.
What? So you said it was his brother?
Yeah. Eldest brother. So
yeah, so
it was his brother.
I guess it makes... I would look at it like this guy... I mean, your older brother's kind of famous.
Yeah.
So how do I become famous?
You're the black sheep.
Yeah. And he's definitely the black sheep if he's stuck in New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like this dude, something went...
But I wonder at that time if New Jersey was looked at like it is today.
Yeah, well, what was this, 1920?
This was 1820.
Oh, 1820. 1820, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I'm sure it was better. They didn't have...
We couldn't get worse, so...
You're right. Yeah. That's the nicest thing I could say for the state of New Jersey. It could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy though. I never knew that his brothers lived over here.
Yeah, I don't know. Me neither until I saw this little blurb.
You gotta stick behind that better. Yeah, I don't know.
I already have 9 pages.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta pick and choose. Okay, that wasn't important to me.
Hell if I know. For all I know, this is bullshit. But I'm here presenting. So.
Yeah. This is from the stuff I gathered from John
Stamos.
Sinofsky.
Oh, yeah.
John Sinofsky.
Dude's got his own website, so
it's got to
be true.
It's official.
Yeah.
So the next portion here, I think was, I would say, the most, significant or most, I don't know, newsworthy, I guess, reports of the Jersey Devil. So it was referred to as Phenomenal Week. So it was January 16th through January 23rd of 1909.
So that was that was the hot spot.
Yeah, this was the hot spot.
So it had to be around his birthday.
Or yeah. Well, he was born in 1735. I'm trying to think of a good anniversary birthday. It wasn't 100, 200 years or anything like that. So I don't. Yeah, maybe it was a birthday. He just turned
We should see how many. It could be 23. This could be the Jeepers Creepers monster.
Yeah, that's true.
Every 23 years, he just comes out and just feeds for 23 days.
Yeah. I don't know. Do some math.
Seems like the Jersey Devil is very Jeepers Creepers-esque.
Yeah.
Once he gets his wings,
Once he gets his wings.
Yeah. They made a new Jeepers Creepers movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was utterly horrendous from everything I read. I didn't watch it. But they said that the one review I read on it, getting us a little off topic, but...
You're trying to make this two-parter.
I am. One review I read on it said that the whole time when they saw the Jeepers Creepers monster, they thought it was going to... the movie was going to end that it was a hoax. And this was a guy dressed up as the Jeepers Creepers monster. That's how bad it looked, is that he thought for sure that this was a fake monster, and it was actually the real monster the whole movie. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Okay, so anyway.
Yeah. Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers?
Phenomenal Week.
1909.
1909. Thousands of people in the area.
People.
Shut your fucking... Thousands of people in the area reported seeing the Jersey Devil in the area surrounding the Pine Barrens. And I'm talking many different towns too. So Woodbury, Burlington, Atlantic City, Bristol, PA, to even Philadelphia, PA. So this creature was stretching over into Pennsylvania.
So he's just flying over everything? People are just seeing him going overhead?
So, I mean, there was a couple different situations, I guess, or instances that occurred. So the creature apparently attacked trolley cars in Haddon Heights, and he was chased off by people and flew away. It seems like he gets startled easily from what I'm reading.
He startles.
He startled.
It's really funny. There's this giant demon in the sky. When people just look at him and go oh, yeah. Whoa, holy hell! He just flies back to his Pine Barren and just goes and sleeps.
Or maybe he's just stuck as a newborn infant, and he's just
that could be,
a
yeah.
baby. He's still a baby.
He could be lonely too.
Yeah,
I get like that. And no words of encouragement from Corey. Like, I understand, man. I'm there for you. No. He just goes,
we're going to keep going.
He just puts his finger on his paper and away he goes. We're back to the story.
So after this creature attacked the trolley cars in nearby towns began using armed guards.
Armed guards.
In their trolley cars.
That's fun. Like, use an armed guard for something that literally just like spooks super easy.
Yeah,
it's not like these people are in like grave danger. It just seems like if you just put your arms above your head and wave them back and forth, he just flies away.
Come out with 2 frying pans, cracking them together.
Yeah, exactly. Like, ah!
You got to be bigger than him.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just like a bear. You got to puff up like a peacock.
Yeah.
Well, peacock, you got to let me fly.
And then during this week, too, the creature collided with an electric rail in Clayton without being hurt.
In Clayton?
Clayton, I don't know.
Clayton, New Jersey?
New Jersey, yeah.
Okay.
In West Collingswood, New Jersey, it tried attacking people and was chased off by a fire hose from a local fire department.
Yeah, this dude's weak as shit. Like, it does not take much. Like, I'm telling those frying pans would work. If you bang them together, it's like, ah!
It injured a dog in Camden, which was the first reported attack on a living creature. And during this time, newspaper coverage was widespread throughout the Delaware Valley, and even schools and businesses were closed for, days, a week.
Freaking Jersey, man. You guys, come on, guys.
And I actually looked online. There was actually some, newspaper articles that I found. So, stories and stuff of the Jersey Devil was blowing up newspapers during this phenomenal week. So,
I just wonder what this week.
Yeah.
Why this week? I don't know.
And it's interesting, too. I feel like there's something because, if it was being reported in all these different towns, information isn't going to go from this town to that town like it does today.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's not like the internet where people are just looking and now all of a sudden that's in their brain.
Nowadays, it's going to take, weeks.
Right.
Until you hear from something happening from, a couple towns over.
Well, they might have Morse coded over.
Pigeons.
Oh, pigeon. I didn't even think of pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if there were pigeons, the
Jersey Devil was
would
eating them.
intercept it.
Maybe he was eating them.
He probably ate them, or he probably just grabbed them. Maybe he didn't eat all of them, but he would take them off and it'd, say stuff about the Jersey Devil, and he just right at the end but he's a really nice guy, and roll it up and put it back on their foot and send them off.
Or he intercepts them and he catches them and then he turns them so they fly a different way.
Yeah, yeah. Go up to Maine, little buddy. Tell them about it.
You're gonna fly over the ocean.
Want everybody to be scared of me.
Yeah. So I just thought that, there was a lot of stories and stuff during that week, but a lot of it just had to do with people going outside, seeing weird footsteps, around their property and stuff that just end, or on their house or on their windows. They would see different hoof prints and shit like that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing was, people were losing their chickens. It was eating their chickens.
Not even gonna make an easy joke I can make right now, so we'll just chickens. Yeah, that makes sense. You must like chickens.
He likes them chickens.
Yeah, likes them chickens. Mm-hmm.
Just like Mike likes them chickens.
I do like chicken.
Yeah, I like chicken.
Yeah.
Anyway, in July 27th, 1937, many residents living in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, reported seeing a creature that matched the description of the Jersey Devil. In 1960, unusual tracks were found and loud shrieking was heard near Mays Landing, New Jersey. The same year...
That was a pretty good shriek.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. The same year, merchants around Camden offered a $10,000 reward for the Jersey Devil and said that they would even build a private zoo to house it in if it could be taken alive.
Yeah, this thing took a cannonball. These people forgot.
Yeah.
This thing ate a cannonball, but yeah, you can take it alive. You'll be fine. Don't worry. You guys will be fine.
$10,000 reward.
Yep.
Man, if what's his face from the Champ episode, what the hell was his name?
Captain Crumb.
It wasn't Captain Crumb.
Oh, everything's Captain Crumb.
From the circus.
Bailey.
Bailey Brothers?
Bailey.
Was it?
Barnum and Bailey.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That guy. He would have put up like a...
I said so much without saying a thing there for like 5 minutes.
He'd have put up like a $500 million reward for this thing.
Well, hell yeah, he would. And he might have. You don't know.
I mean, what year was he still alive? I don't remember what year.
Caught the Jersey Devil, so you don't know.
But I mean, I guess if he was dead, I mean, one of his siblings or something could have put out something. Yeah. And then in 1990, a group of soldiers from Fort Dix reported seeing a strange creature that matched the description of the Jersey Devil. In 2007, a couple hiking in Wharton State Forest reported seeing a creature with a horse's head and bat-like wings. And in 2008, a fellow living in Eldora heard a strange screech and saw a creature who matched the description of the Jersey Devil sitting on top of his chicken coop. The creature got startled when his cell phone rang, and it flew off.
These sightings are sounding very owl-like to me.
Owl-like?
Yeah, I think of like the Mothman sightings and how a lot of those could kind of be tied into owls. Like when I hear it, a chicken coop, that makes sense. But it also makes sense for like an owl.
Yeah.
Would perch up on a chicken coop too. You know?
So that was kind of like some stories summarized over the years of the Jersey Devil. So the biggest thing was that phenomenal week when, thousands of people in, surrounding towns, states had experiences with something.
Yeah. Spooky something. All right, so what are the theories on what the hell this thing actually is, though?
So we got several theories here, but before we get into my theories, I want to hear what's your theory.
What's my theory?
What's your theory? What is this? What is the Jersey Devil?
I have a few theories already thought up here, but I'll throw the main one out. I think
you already said owl.
I think an owl.
Like you already said that one.
Yeah, I think as far as like the New Age sightings and everything, I see owl. When you said, what'd you say that week was? Where
phenomenal week.
Yeah. That could have very well been a week when Hogwarts was sending their letters out to students, and that's why owls were everywhere at that point. People thought it was crazy, but it was Hogwarts. My other theory, Sandhill Crane was the theory for a Mothman. I don't think that's really fit in here. But no, I would say owls I would say is my number one theory. My second theory would be she had like 13 kids, so she just lost her effing mind at this point in time because she had so many children and they would never stop talking, and they always talked and they just talked and they talked and they talked, and yeah, so that's my theory there.
So you are a descendant, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Deb, my great Grammy Deb, I love you.
Just kept passing the family name down.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But yeah, no, owls would be my best guess, I feel like.
Okay. Good guess.
Yeah.
I could see too, like I know it's not like a flying creature, but I could see like a coyote or something too, like with taking chickens and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know
or
I mean?
There's even like there's like oddball. Like there's creatures that you don't really think would take chickens, like raccoons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Take chickens. It could be something just crazy like that.
I mean, if you're coming outside and it's pitch black.
Yeah, and you just see two eyeballs, it's like
it's something like move.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Your mind's going to go wherever.
Yeah.
The theory to the origin story. So, like I said, historians were able to determine that Mrs. Leeds, Mother Leeds, the Leeds family, live.
Deb's what we're going to call her.
Did live in that area back in the 1700s. So there seems to be some truth to the Leeds name living in this area and with the Jersey Devil story. It's known that Mrs. Leeds did have a lot of children, which at the time, like we said, it wasn't uncommon. Everybody had a shit ton of kids back then.
And there's also reports of that she was super depressed, just didn't really know how to go on much more, and just kept getting pregnant because she couldn't just keep her skirt down. Combination of those things, depression and being a hoochie mama.
And as far as like protection, pig intestines, like
raccoon intestines, I think at the time.
Raccoon intestines.
Well, for the little fellers. Guys like me, we would have to try and find elephant intestines in New Jersey, which could prove to be difficult at times.
That's why she would keep getting pregnant.
And that's why.
That's why, okay.
Us Smiths do everything a little bit larger than you other folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or also what would work would be like squirrel intestines.
Squirrel. Or even some mice.
Yeah, some mice. A chipmunk would work good.
So if Mother Leeds did in fact have that many kids, like I said earlier, she had to have been pretty old at that point in her life. And the older you get, having kids, a lot of risks occur. You know, there's greater risk for birth defects and many other issues that could occur. So
yeah, but not trying to be like weird or anything, but back in this time, like she probably started when she was like 15 or 16.
But even if she went every other year, 13 does 26 years.
26. So she'd be in her mid-30s, 40s, right around 40.
Yeah. Usually when she hit like 40, that's...
But they weren't going every other year, man. They were just
pumping them out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some could have been twins and stuff, too.
Yeah. Ooh, twinsies. I didn't even think of that.
Right.
What if the devil was twinsies?
Ooh.
Oh, ghouls. I don't know.
Ghouls.
I feel like I just have to get ghouls.
But this theory states that there's a chance that the 13th kid, with her being older, had some type of defect. It was deformed, which at that time, deformed babies, kids, people were looked at as being the spawn of the devil.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of times, if people did have deformed babies and stuff, they would keep them pretty much locked up inside.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. And at that point, a lot of kids that were deformed aren't really, they figure this guy's a farmer, owns land and stuff. This child's probably not going to be super helpful with him out there, So at this point, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
So, like, this theory basically states that, the baby was deformed, the mother kept the baby inside. Maybe one day somebody in the public, caught wind or saw the baby or the kid, whatever, and, over, like, the story just kind of blew up to, like, what it is today.
That would make sense. I could see that.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that would make sense.
That makes sense to me.
And there's, like, a whole folklore behind it. And you think if... I don't know, if I'm Mr. Leeds and this is my family farm and all that and the neighbors, like, I'm going to maybe jump on the story a little bit to just keep people the hell away from my place, too. Like, just to scare people away from coming onto my property.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that type of story getting spun to being, what it is. I mean, it doesn't account for what people were seeing, in the 1900s, 1800s, stuff like that. It doesn't account for what they're seeing, but it gives a reason for that origin story.
Yeah, but I think that could come down to
people knowing the origin story.
Exactly.
And then just in their mind, they already have it in their mind, like, Jersey Devil's out here, and then just anything, Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
Like, like Champ, there's a turd floating, like, Champ.
Yeah. There's a piece of driftwood, that's Champ.
Yeah.
Just like Mothman. I think I talked about it in the Mothman episode a little bit, but I read about this experiment that they did. I actually think it was a YouTube video, but basically they brought these Russian people into this area. Like, these people knew nothing about the Mothman or anything like that, and they went through this warehouse and all that, and the first people were told the story of, I don't even think it was Mothman. These people were actually, like, told the story of Batman. So as soon as they saw this person up top, like, they thought Batman right away. The second group never heard of Batman, never knew who he was. So when this noise, and they did the same exact thing reenacted, these people saw just the person that was up top. It was just like a person with no hood or anything on, just kind of like running across this like catwalk up top. Like, they described exactly what he was.
Yeah.
So there is something too, when you already have something in your head as to what you think something is or whatever, you're just going to run with it.
Or even like, Bloody Mary, when we talked about Bloody Mary, all the different reasons of how your mind plays tricks on you and makes you see things that aren't there, makes you believe things that aren't there. Yeah, same type of thing.
Yeah. Mind's a funny place.
So the other theory was the Sandhill Crane.
No, it was not a sandhill
Yeah,
crane, you son of a...
yeah,
yes,
it was.
right. I
It
knew it
was.
was a son of a bitchin' sandhill crane
Yeah.
with its red
That
eyes.
son of a bitch is making all kinds of cryptids over the years.
You're freaking right. I name dropped that son of a bitch.
You did.
Sandhill crane.
You did.
I had to dive back in my brain too because I knew the crane, but it's
Yeah.
like, what the hell was the name of that crane?
Yeah, so you had to flip.
Yeah, like I didn't really dive into my
there it is.
Mothman knowledge.
So, once upon a time, the sandhill crane was an indigenous bird species native to New Jersey. And just to refresh y'all, it's a bird that stands 40 to 48 inches tall and has a wingspan of around 7 feet. So it's a pretty big bird that could be mistaken for.
But this bird's not found on Sesame Street, so it's not Big Bird.
No, not Big Bird.
It's just a big bird.
It's a big bird.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not Big
It's
Bird.
Not the big bird.
My son tell you all about Big Bird if you need to hear about him.
And its call is very loud and unnaturally sounding, like a screeching sound. However, the sandhill crane is a herbivore, whereas the Jersey Devil has been known to take and attack livestock. The sandhill crane has been forced south due to land development in New Jersey. And like I said, the size of the crane, I think, fits the description of the Jersey Devil. And maybe the screech, like the screeching sound it makes. But, I mean, I feel like the other characteristics of the Jersey Devil don't necessarily fit.
Yeah.
But like I said, if it's nighttime, if it's dark, and you're seeing that some bitch perched outside, like, I'm going to say a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Which we're going to get into pterodactyls.
I think it's interesting that like the Mothman and the Jersey Devil, which I always thought were very similar in the way they were kind of described, that the animal that people think that they are is literally the same animal.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I thought that too. The next one, I think I told you about this one. The hammer-headed fruit bat is another animal being theorized as being mistaken for the Jersey Devil. However, this animal is native to Africa and is not known to exist in the United States. And the animal's size, it's not huge. I mean, for a bat, it's big. It's 7 to 11 inches long and has a wingspan of around 3 feet. So, I mean, for a bat, I feel like that son bitch is...
in the middle of the night coming at you. Like that thing's going to look like a grizzly bear coming at you at 3 foot.
Yeah. But, like, you see that thing in the day, it's like, oh, it's just a little...
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bat, so it's not going to be out in the daytime, but...
But yeah, no, I know what you mean, though. Even at dusk and stuff. Yeah.
And, I mean, if it's native to Africa, so, like, the only way I could see it coming over here back then is maybe it was snuck on ships and stuff and somehow was over here, but, like...
Or if they weren't getting any rain. Because I heard about those rains down in Africa. Yeah. That's right. You thought you were getting through a whole episode without a good song.
You sang earlier.
Yeah, I did. I thought of that as soon as I started saying that.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if I looked up some picture of those hammerhead fruit bats.
You sent me a picture of it, and that dude freaked me out.
It looks like a baby kangaroo.
Yeah, it really did.
Wings.
Those things are ripped.
Yeah.
Like, they're jacked.
Yeah.
They look like me without a shirt on, but jacked.
But jacked.
But jacked.
And I thought this theory made me laugh. Pterodactyls.
I could see it. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Pterodactyl, easy.
Some believe that...
Because a pterodactyl would live up north and not down south because of being cold-blooded. They would survive so well in the state of New Jersey.
This one just made me laugh. Like, just...
Yeah.
So, maybe the extinct group of dinosaurs, the pterodactyls, maybe they survived and set up shop in the Pine Barrens. And over time... they were just mistaken for the Jersey Devil. But I can't really get behind this one because I feel like we would know.
Yeah, well, I feel like if I saw a pterodactyl, like I know what a pterodactyl is, so my brain's not going to go to Jersey Devil. It's just going to go to pterodactyl, like right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to get those mixed up.
Yeah.
It's not going to be some crazy mix-up.
Yeah. The other one I saw was a descendant of a dragon. And
oh, hell yeah. Dragons?
I don't think I went over that. Did I skip a page earlier? Maybe I didn't put that down. But anyway, so the area of the Pine Barrens, the Native Americans used to call it Papoosing?
Oh, yeah, you nailed that.
Papuesing? I think it's like Papuesing or something.
No, Papoosing.
Papuesing or something like that. which it means...
Well, hold on. Can I guess what it means?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Papoosing. So I know Pa in Native American tone. What tribe was this?
I had it, but it's not on my paper anymore.
I'll figure it out on my own since you're not going to help me at all. So Pa means, hey, Poisson, hey, look, there's dragons. I nailed it. Here we go.
It means place of the dragon.
That's what I'm talking about. I always get place and hey mixed up in Native American terms.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much told me it already had something to do with dragons, but I had to take my shot.
I figured that out somewhere, but apparently I don't got it. So, yeah, place of the dragon. And then the other theories are that it's just a supernatural entity that, people just haven't been able to identify.
I really think it is a, stay off my lawn type thing. Like an old man, and it's like, stay off my lawn, kids. You just, come up with this tale of the Jersey Devil to get people to stay the hell away from you.
Yeah.
And after so long, it backfires because people want to come investigate it.
Yeah. The other one is just, it's a hybrid species, or it's an unidentified or new animal that hasn't been classified yet.
And that's why cryptids are awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's always that chance.
Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty much all the theories. So, like I said, I think the story or the thought of Mother Leeds having a deformed baby and trying to keep it inside and stuff, and then that story kind of, being created, I could see that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That makes sense.
Just
back in this time.
And then it just, people over time just wanting to see the Jersey Devil, their mind playing tricks on them, and then just mistaking anything out in nature as the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, the only part that throws me off in that theory is that week, just random week where everybody saw stuff all over. And who knows, that could have been some kind of migration of some kind of bird maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's owls or the sandhill crane. Maybe that was when they were migrating out of New Jersey because they were getting pushed out by development. I don't know.
And that was in January.
Yeah. It's just
mid to end January.
Yeah. So it seems weird. Why that week? Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that theory makes the most sense, I would say. All right. So hit me with the Jersey Devil in pop culture today.
All right. I got you. So...
I know he was in an episode of Supernatural.
He was.
Guaranteed.
He was.
Everybody, we have not had a topic, I don't think, on that board that has not been an episode of. The freaking Boo Hag was in Supernatural.
Yeah.
And she wasn't in shit.
Yeah.
Except for your neighbor's fucking face. Anyways.
Yeah. And she was on.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah.
So the most famous thing that... or the most famous, how people know the Jersey Devil, know the name Jersey Devil, is from the...
Jersey Mike's. It's a delicious place to get subs and all kind of...
I do like Jersey Mike's.
It's good stuff. I saw a clip on Instagram where, so how people are, really... kind of, I don't want to say grossed out by receipts, but they don't want receipts touching their food and stuff. There's this dude he was making a Jersey Mike's hoagie, and he was just laying the receipts on the other half of the bread as he made the bread. It's you son of a bitch, get that out of here.
No, they got a really good chicken bacon ranch cheesesteak.
Yeah,
I freaking love.
You get a big sub there. It's good.
Yeah, I down the whole thing.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe you. You probably smell awful afterwards too.
Yeah, like you smell tonight.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you eat Jersey Mike's today?
No, I had leftovers.
Leftover Jersey Mike's?
No, I'm recovering from some sloppy joes that my wife made.
Oh, okay,
Sunday.
sloppy Joe got you.
Yeah,
Jersey Mike.
The leftover sloppy joes got me. I guess she made it on Monday because I was off.
What if you got double teamed from Jersey Mike and sloppy Joe?
No way, I wouldn't do that. I know how to poison myself, and that's Old Milwaukee Light and pork and sauerkraut.
Ooh,
that poisons my guts.
I can poison you with two drinks, two liquids. Yingling Lager and just Genesee.
I can poison myself with one liquid, and that's Budweiser.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's why I won't drink it anymore because it's just a butt wiper. I just wipe and wipe and wipe. It's like wiping the end of a marker.
Yeah, Bud Light gives me the poops too. Bud Light gives me the farts.
Man, Budweiser makes me bad.
So where were we? Pop culture. Before we get into that and stuff, I want to say, the New Jersey Devils NHL hockey, National Hockey League.
Oh, there you go.
I feel like that's one of the most, famous.
Makes sense.
Most, I don't know.
If I was going to start a hockey team in New Jersey, I would have named you the New Jersey Jerkoffs, but that's just me.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Our logo would have been weird.
It would have been. Yeah, they'd have to censor it every time they showed it.
You're right.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into too much of that. I had some shit on here about the New Jersey Devils, but quite frankly, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
TV shows.
Supernatural.
The X-Files. And apparently it was on an episode of The Mythbusters.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
Mythbusters 2009. In an episode titled Jersey Devil, the Mythbusters team explored the possibility of the creature's existence. They tested theories such as the creature being a hoax or an unidentified animal, providing a scientific look at the legend while debunking or confirming popular claims.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's pretty cool.
I always liked that show, when I was younger. There's a movie called The Barrens that came out in 2012.
Oh, that sounds like it was straight to DVD.
Dude, I forget his name. I looked at it really briefly just to see the cast of it. The dude that plays Iceman, is it, in X-Men? That one actor, he's a pretty known actor. I think he plays the Iceman dude in X-Men.
Okay. I'm on the laptop right now because I have to know.
The Barrens, 2012.
As soon as I hear a movie, it's like, oh, I've got to know this.
So, a man takes his family on a camping trip and becomes convinced they are being stalked by the legendary monster of New Jersey, of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, this is rated 4.6 out of 10 on IMDb. So is he the main guy?
No, he wasn't the main guy. He was 4 or 5 or 6 on the list.
I don't know who the hell Iceman is.
I
don't want you looking at my laptop.
I don't know what you do to this. I don't know if I want to touch it. My eyes suck. This guy right here.
This guy? That's Dave. He played Dave in the movie.
I think that's him. Let me see. Flip it around again.
No way. You got your one flip.
Yeah. I think that's him.
Yeah, I don't know. Corey thinks it's Iceman.
What's his name? Sean
Ashmore.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely him. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Does he have a twin brother?
Are you sure it's him?
Oh, shit. He has a twin. No, I swear to God. Look.
X-Men, Days of Future Past. He's in it. You gave me one with the crappy twin in it. The twin that's not worth a shit. It's the one that this movie ain't bad because it's
right here. X-Men. Is that him?
Who cares? You won't know who he is, people.
No, Sean. Yeah, he's an X-Men.
Yeah, he played a cameo as the guy.
He was Iceman. Fucking Iceman. Look at.
Freaking! I don't even know who the hell Iceman is.
Well, you must not be a true X-Men.
I'm not. X-Men suck. They're freaking mutants. They're idiots. The world hates them.
Dude, the X-Men could kill the Avengers.
And what? Yeah, because there's 1,000 of them.
What do you like?
That's not even fair. That's not even a fair comparison. Don't start. Get on with more of your pop culture references. Wolverine sucks.
They're coming for you. Music. Bruce Springsteen, the boss.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey.
He has a song titled "A Night with the Jersey Devil."
Hell yeah. And she was hot.
I put the lyrics on here. I'm not going to sing it or anything. But, it goes over, pretty much, the whole story of the Jersey Devil. It says, I was born 13th child, neath the 13th moon. And then it just goes through,
13th child on the 13th moon. I was built with a silver spoon.
And you know how he has to be all dramatic.
I climb the chimney and I get real high, but that's okay because I beat the shit out of my brother Sky. Yo.
Yeah, look, it says, come back, kill 6 brothers and sisters.
Hell yeah, that's
kill
what I'm saying.
Papa 2.
Don't kill Papa. He wasn't a bad guy. He didn't put the curse on you.
Yeah.
Freaking Bruce.
Get down, mama. Get down low.
Oh yeah, get down low, mama. That's what I'm talking about.
So like he goes over like the whole story of the Jersey Devil.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Cool. What's the song called?
It's called
Night with the Devil. You said
A Night with the Jersey Devil.
Night with the Jersey.
I listened to it last night. I listened to the music video of it, and he's like, I don't know. It's pretty cool. You should look it up.
Awesome.
In 2021, a Jersey Devil roller coaster was introduced in Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey.
Called
the Jersey Devil.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Which it's it's one of the world's fastest single rail coasters.
It goes 24 miles an hour. It's crazy.
Hits speeds of 58 miles an hour.
58! Holy hell!
With a 130-foot drop. Towering 13 stories high, this coaster takes riders over 3,000 feet of tracks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I always wanted to go to that amusement park because they have King Ka too, which is like, I mean, I don't know recently, but I know like growing up it was like the tallest roller coaster in like the world.
But now you know because Corey told you. I'm sorry because Butt Crack Corey told you.
BK Corey.
BK Corey.
Yeah, now it's time for the old folklore score.
Folklore score. All right, we're back. Folklore score done. And after looking at my score,
dude, that was hard.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it necessarily wasn't hard, but it's like
doesn't seem right.
It does not seem right.
Our scores have, I think, adjusted a lot more over time. Like I would want to go back and do maybe our first like 3 or 4 topics and see how they scored in comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that Champ is going to be beaten by exactly 1 point today. That is my guess.
That's your guess?
That's my guess. And I do not know what your score is. I just know what mine is.
I'm going to say we're going to be 1 above Pigman.
You think we're going to be 1 above? All right, here we go. So 3, 2, 1. I have a 26. 30. Oh, man. We're going to be 2 above Pigman. Son of a...
56.
56. Dude, I thought for sure you were going to have a 26 with me. And I thought it was going to be 26-26.
I thought you were going to have a 25.
So hold on a second. Let's take a second and just Pigman's gone.
He's going next week.
Yeah, he is going next week. Champ is gone. We got to play taps for him. The big fella's gone. Puff the Magic Dragon is bounced from the board. All right. Well, that's enough mourning this son of a bitch. So we got 56, which puts him at a Curious Oddity. Much like we've had, I feel like we've been on a Curious Oddity roll here the past couple weeks. So yeah, let's go through this quick. For spookiness, I gave it a 7 for very spooky.
I gave it a 5, just moderately spooky.
Yeah. For historical, cultural significance, I gave it a 7 for significant historical or cultural importance.
And I gave it a 9 just based off of some of the names from some of the stories, like President Monroe and, what was it, Napoleon's brother.
Yeah, his brother, brother Napoleon, apparently. For believability, what'd you give it?
I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 5. So
kind of right.
Yeah, I gave it somewhat believable, I guess. And I think I dove more into your stories of it maybe being like a child that was hidden and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uniqueness, I gave it a 4.
I gave it an 8.
8 for uniqueness. And I gave it a 4 more just for the fact that we did Mothman. Like, once you learn about Mothman, I feel like it takes the uniqueness out of... Like, it almost takes the uniqueness out of both of them a little bit, like the Jersey Devil and Mothman, because they're so similar in that weird way. It takes the uniqueness out of both of them.
I just gave it an 8 just because, I mean, relating it to Mothman, I guess he was kind of like the first that type of creature.
Yeah.
And just with some of like with the horns and just with like how he was born a child and then just transformed into this devil wing creature thing. I just thought that was pretty cool the way the way the story unfolds.
Yeah,
really.
That's cool. I could see that. Yeah. And the threat level, I gave it a 3.
And I gave it a 4.
It just there's no stories really where it killed anything but a dog.
Yeah, and some chickens maybe.
Yeah, so it just kind of made it a little bit harder to believe. But either way, our boy's gone. Champ is gone.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
C-H-A-M-P.
C-H-M... R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me. So Champ's gone. And our episode's gone. That's it.
That's
Jersey
it.
Devil in the books.
Jersey Devil, done.
Just under 3.5 hours. Corey wanted to make it one episode, so whatever.
Well, you had to keep singing and talking about nonsense.
I got to keep the people entertained. They come to hear me sing.
It doesn't matter what they think.
They come to hear me sing.
It doesn't matter what they think.
Oh, yes, it does, and you know it. All right, so thanks, guys, for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all the other ones. We're on everything, but that's the main four. I feel like we go over the same thing.
The big four.
Yeah, the big four. So make sure to follow us. Give us a 5-star like on Apple, Spotify, whatever you're listening to. If you enjoy us, iHeartRadio. Help us out. Helps our podcast get out there. And Corey, what do you got?
On to the next.
On to the next. That's Butt Crack Corey.
BK Corey.
Butt Crack Corey.
BK Corey.
It's Butt Crack Corey. And it's Crack Daddy Mike, the daddy of all the cracks. And I'm out of here.
Bye.
Corey stupid.